Hey, what is up everybody, it's Mirexy, and today we are back with some Resident Evil Requiem, and this is part 3 of my speedrunning walkthrough slash guide, kind of. A guide is a very loose term, like I'm just trying to give you guys tips that I learned throughout going through this, and also just giving you a rundown of what I did and how I did it and all that good juicy stuff. We left off getting the plugs for the gate. Now we're working on the second one. This is arguably the hardest room out of the two to get the plugs, mainly because you have to deal with blister heads and the big dude. One of those big dudes that we fought in the chapel later back in, like, I can't remember if it was episode 2 or 1. I think it was 2. This section's pretty straightforward. You basically just clear out these guys first. I would recommend to, if you have the ammo, if you're playing with, like, maybe infinite ammo or something, or, if you manage to stun them and, be able to, like, get rid of their heads completely, try to get rid of the infected heads so they don't turn into blister heads. Because each time you pop one of these blisters on these big guys, they let out this red mist that will transform any infected nearby into a blister head, and blister heads are just a real pain in the ass. They make things a lot harder. So just try to get rid of the infected heads. Unfortunately, I didn't get rid of one of them. So he turned into a blister head. But they're relatively easy to manage on casual. If you're on harder difficulties, like standard classic, even standard modern, and especially insanity, they can be really annoying to deal with, especially on insanity. Blister heads were the things that killed me the most on my insanity playthrough, so yeah, they're definitely something you want to get rid of immediately. As you can see me trying to do right there, because I know damn well I don't want to deal with that when I'm trying to take out the big guy. Now you can easily run past this guy if it's just him, but like I said in previous episodes, I do try to kill most enemies just for the points. You don't have to. Oh, I guess I didn't pop that guy's head. Cause he just started transforming, I believe, into a blister head back there. Unless I'm wrong. I'm not too sure. I can't hear the audio of the game while I do my voiceover, unfortunately. He did turn, okay. So I have to go off all visual stuff while I'm recording this. These episodes would have come out quicker than they have been. But they're kind of... The voiceovers are what is difficult, because I have to edit on Share Factory, and Share Factory is very strict on how many cuts you can have in a video and how long your videos can be. So I have to kind of record my voiceover all in one go, without taking too many breaks, because if I get to a certain thing of cuts, then I literally can't add any more, into my video, unfortunately. So these are just kind of overwhelming to do since I have to talk so much. And yeah, so I haven't been pushing them out as quickly as I would have liked. But to be honest, they haven't. The first 2 episodes didn't really get many views because they came out like a week after. Or no, what? It's been like 3 weeks now since the game's launch. Or longer. Shit, I don't know. I think it's been 3 weeks. So pretty much everyone who wants platinum has already gotten it. My current time is 1:49, which is not bad at all. If you're at this section, at Leon's part, dude, you have so much time to get through the game. Cause really after we get through this Raccoon City section, getting the detonator parts, the 2 biggest and most time-consuming parts of the game are out of the way. Like, the 2 parts that take up the most of your time is this part that we're currently doing Leon's first section of Raccoon City, and the care center. Those are the two areas that take up the most time in this game. Once you get past those, I'd say like a little over 2 hours. I think that's when I get out of this. When I start the bike section. Um, you're so good because all you have to do then is you have to go through the bike section as Leon, RPD, fight Mr. X. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot the orphanage. Dude, the orphanage, it takes up, I think if you're like going quickly, I think it takes up like 7 minutes or a little bit more. Um, I don't know, like I love Capcom, don't get me wrong, but the orphanage section is just a giant waste of time. Honestly, they could have just explained everything they needed to explain in a big cutscene instead of making you hide under a bed and have it all be scripted. Because it's not even like scary, because once you're under the bed or under the table, you're not even allowed to come out and like take risks and possibly die. No, it's way too scripted and it just feels like a big waste of time. That was the most boring section of each of my um playthroughs of this game. I just wish they would have handled that differently. Like, even on a casual playthrough, I didn't enjoy Orphanage at all. Um, but yeah, you have to go through Orphanage, fight Mr. X, and then after that you have to kill the giant plant, and then you finally get into Ark. And your two biggest problems in Ark, are gonna be Hunk and the elite guards, because even on casual, the elite guards can very much destroy you, if you don't know how to deal with them quickly and efficiently. Um, Honestly, the Victor and boss fight isn't that bad. If you get him to drop his rocket launcher pretty early into the fight, he's basically dead. 'Cause his first phase is the biggest problem. That's the one that takes the longest if you don't get him to drop his rocket launcher. Because he jumps up like 2 or 3 more times after his first initial jump up. But we'll get there when we get there. Sorry. I just recorded my Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 episodes. I played that game for like 2.5 hours and recorded some episodes for you guys. But yeah, that's irrelevant to this. I'm just yapping. I don't have a script when I record these. No script, just me yapping, talking, chilling. Okay, now for... I'd say this is probably the second toughest area you have to go through to get detonator parts. You just gotta be paying attention. If you're not paying attention to where the missiles are hitting, or the strikes are hitting, then you're gonna get kind of clapped. But you can kind of use them to your advantage too. Like, I kind of positioned myself next to the infected to see if maybe they would shoot their own guys. And you get an audio cue when they launch the strikes at you. So, yeah, see, I don't know how that didn't hit me. I think it did, actually. It did hit me. I just didn't go through an injured animation. But yeah, you get an audio cue when they launch the strikes. So you kind of know, and you could kind of use it to your advantage, like just position yourself kind of where the infected are and stall the infected until they shoot one of the rockets out, and then just move and yeah, it basically clears them for you. But I'm sure you guys all knew that. Yeah, this is like the second hardest area. The first one is probably the final area when you have to kind of like zip line to another building. It's just a lot of armored enemies and a lot of infected in one place. Like there's there's one chainsaw guy, a lot of blister heads. It's just an annoying place. But I go over here and get on I'm blanking on what these are called. I know what they're called, I just can't fucking remember right now. I don't know why I want to say artillery strike. I don't know why that's what's coming to mind. But I use this little thing, this powerful weapon, to clear out the rest of the infected, kind of just chilling here. It's better to use this to kill them, especially the guys with guns, than go over there and try to fucking shoot them. Because the enemies with weapons, guns specifically, do a fuck ton of damage in this game. On casual, it's not terrible, but they still shred your health, so just be mindful of that. But we got the broken signal receiver, and we put that into the distributor, I think. That's what that's called. Now I get on this early. If you want to use this to take out the infected that spawn, just jump down, kind of trigger them to spawn, and then you can go back up and use it. The only reason I didn't do that was because I didn't want to waste the time of backtracking to go to the thing, but honestly it'd probably be quicker to go to the thing, use it, take out the infected, and keep moving. But oh my god. Sorry. Excuse me, I've been up for a little bit, a little while, so I'm tired. But it's probably a bit more effective to use the cannon thingy. God, I can't remember the name right now. I'm so sorry. Any gun or artillery experts are gonna fucking be like, it's called this, you idiot. Thinking of Deadpool right now. He's probably like fucking face palming if he ever watches this. Like, dude, like, get it right. Alright, now that we've officially got past one of the more difficult sections of Leon's area, we just, like, to officially get past it, you have to get past these guys. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling a little bit, but that is okay. I clear them out and I continue to move on. Now, while we have a little bit of downtime here, I want to apologize for how long it has taken me to post these videos. I've not been very active, or consistent with YouTube at all, really. Just more... I'm getting a little distracted with other things, so I haven't prioritized this as much. Ooh, excuse me, that was gross. But, we're gonna try to get back into the swing of things. Ooh, excuse me. I got burps, dude. I'm sorry. I just ate before doing this part of the voiceover. But now we are officially moving on to the gas station. Make sure you grab this hanging box here. I cannot remember what it contains because I haven't played Requiem in a long time. These voiceovers are separate. These are recorded like months apart, actually. So yeah, grab that so you get some extra loot. And then we're gonna go up here and officially go into the gas station.
Well, I may do have you up in the corner while I'm doing this, but I am watching.
What are you doing? I did. As you can see, I fucking missed the walkway.
You want the truth?
So I just fell off. I'm wasting time by climbing this ladder again. But it's okay. We have plenty of time to spare at the end of this, as I've said over the course of this series, so do not worry about it too much. Especially if you're playing, like, your speedrun on casual. It is so easy to do it within the time limit and be good. Because casual makes it so you have a lot of room for mistakes. Because at this point in the game, you are basically stacked with ammo. Also, make sure you try to bait that guy into grabbing you so he doesn't immediately bite you. I tried to bait him right there. It just didn't really work out too well, so I ended up getting bit. But yeah, we're gonna grab the gas canister back here. Make sure you fully loot the place, so you are absolutely stacked on supplies at the end of the game. You probably will be anyways on casual. But I like to throw a grenade here when the chainsaw guy comes out, because there is a guy behind him that gets up. and he makes dealing with the chainsaw guy a lot harder, but also I try to get the chainsaw guy. Unfortunately, I didn't right there, but I got a crit on him with my shotgun, so it really didn't matter. Also, it's a little ballsy to use the chainsaw in this section because you're probably going to take damage. I did it because I wanted to look cool, and the chainsaw's fun. Like, it is really easy to die, if you're using the chainsaw, specifically against the chainsaw guy as well. So, if you want to play it safe, just stick to your shotgun and pistol here for crits. Try to get as many crits as possible. You'll see, my main weapons are always my pistol, my shotgun, and my rifle. Those are your 3 most valuable weapons. Most of all, your rifle. A good rule of thumb in any Resident Evil game that you are playing is the rifle is always your best friend. The rifle or any type of rifle in these games, it kind of depends. I think I can't remember what the more modernized rifle is called in this game. That one isn't as good as the one I'm using currently, in my opinion. But basically, in any Resident Evil game, the rifle does crazy damage. Especially once you start to upgrade it. You'll get crits very consistently. So it's definitely like your best friend in most of these playthroughs. Now, I'm playing really ballsy, getting right up in this guy's face. But luckily, the chainsaw guy doesn't move nearly as fast on casual as he does on Insanity. On Insanity, he's honestly a bit crazy. Like, I don't even recommend getting in, like, 2 feet of the chainsaw that you can pick up when this guy's active, because, it's not worth it. He will kill you if you try to chainsaw fight him on Insanity. I can almost guarantee it. He's still not dead, by the way. So I got him with the chainsaw, but I'm gonna try to get him with the shotgun here. So I put 3 shots of the shotgun into him, and then I dump my SMG ammo into him, and he's dead. So now we just gotta wait for the fire to clear. I'm gonna loot this side. Oh, nope, maybe I'll loot it after. Okay, grab the gas, and then make sure you loot that side house, because it does have, I think, at least 1 container that you can get. I have a problem. Anytime I see big fuel tanks like this, I think of The Last of Us Part 2. That's how much I've played that game. That's actually pathetic. Yeah, there's only 1 container in there. Make sure you pick up anything that the chainsaw guy dropped, and then leave the area. I don't know why I thought the exit was where the chainsaw guy came from. I was a little spacey when I played this playthrough. So don't mind me making some, like, stupid mistakes.
I don't know.
But we're officially done with the gas station. Now, there are quite a few, like, vehicles you can search the back of in this street area. If you feel like you need the extra supplies, go ahead and loot those. There's one behind you that you can loot. Which I believe has ammo. But if you feel like you're stocked, don't even bother. So I make sure to pop all of these blister heads with my rifle. Excuse my bad aim.
They're so nice to use. They also kick ass for no fucking reason.
Typically, it takes 1 or 2 shots to get a crit on a blister head with this rifle. On casual. With the way I upgraded it, which I believe I show upgrades. Like I said, I haven't done a voiceover for this little series in months. It's been around 2 months. And this playthrough is even older than that, so I really don't remember exactly what I do. I'm just kind of going along with the flow. By the way, there is a Mr. Raccoon under you if you are missing those. There's a Mr. Raccoon in, like, one of the pipes below you. If you guys are missing those. I don't bother with that last blister head. The only reason I took care of the grenade guy is he can follow you all the way out here and cause you trouble. I don't know if he can follow you into the safe area, but, He can follow you like all the way to the fence. His tether is really long.
Now I'm basically just playing fucking
So I turn in my credits,
the min
and I'm gonna
army right
upgrade my
now.
shotgun.
Military gear.
I
That's
put the
basically what
sights
it
on
is.
it and the barrel. I upgrade
Honestly,
both
that's what a
barrel
lot.
parts, put a
That's what a
charm on,
lot
and a
of my mains
stock.
are on PC.
The reason
A
I'm
lot of
doing
my
this
main
is
missions are a
because
bunch of
we're
different
coming
military
up
gear. That's basically
on
fucking
getting fully
military
done
Barbie.
with this section,
Ready or
and
not,
the Mr. X boss fight is soon,
police
and the
military
shotgun is
Barbie.
really good for that boss fight. I'm also upgrading the Requiem, so I do the barrel, and I can't remember what else I did. What was the
And I'm
top
not
one?
gonna
Anyways,
apologize for it.
I basically am upgrading all of my guns to at least level 1 here. Because I have enough credits where I can do that. I change... No, I upgrade my pistol a little bit.
Let me talk about it, bro. Oh, man. Alright.
And then that is
Time
it.
for by far the coolest section
Now
in
we
the
are
game.
officially done with
pretty sure you weren't
this,
asleep while this happened.
kind of free roam section. It's not really free roam, but you know. Big section on Leon's part. We're gonna grab the bike and get out of here.
I know exactly what it is.
Make sure you grab the repair kit, because you need that to progress, obviously. And then go blow up the wall, and yeah, we are done. So, coming up we have the Victor and Leon motorcycle chase, which is nothing complicated. Even if you're on Insanity, it's not that, like, most likely you'll be fine on it. Because it basically steers for you. There's only, like, one section or two sections that you have full control. Otherwise, the bike is completely steered for you, so you don't really have to worry about that. Also, I just realized the reason I'm not heading back right now is because I completely forgot a part. We are not done. I do not... See, like I said, I don't know what happens in this playthrough because it's been a couple months. But we're not done. I psyched you out. We actually have the whole last tower section part of this, which is arguably probably the most annoying section. You have to deal with multiple armored enemies and a couple, like, grenade enemies that try to unalive you and themselves with the grenade. But as of most sections in this game, on casual, it's not that big of a deal. On Insanity, on the other hand, Insanity? Yeah. Godspeed, soldier.
The amount of basically just orgies I've seen.
So there are like a couple rooms you can loot in this first little area, but I just skip right past them. They're not that worth it. I believe one of the rooms has a green herb, but other than that, it's just ammo. So if you feel like you need the herb, you could go in there, or the extra ammo, you can go in there. Me personally, I said I don't need that, so I continued on.
Have you ever met a woman on Arma?
Yes, surprisingly.
Oh, that's oh god.
Very few though. It's been like a handful.
Jesus. I was about to say all
Yeah, I want to say sorry that I didn't get these out as quick as I should have. I just got really burnt out. I mean, I'd been consistently uploading, not every day, but I've been consistently uploading like for around 2 months, and I kind of got burnt out. Which is okay, everyone gets burnt out. I just need a little bit of a break. And to be honest, nobody was really watching my like casual guide on this because casual's so straightforward. I don't think anybody's gonna need a guide. I mean, if you are watching this and you're on casual, like you're like that stressed and you think maybe you can't do it in the time limit, I totally understand. Nothing against you, but yeah, I don't know. These videos are more for me because I love Requiem so much. This game is so good. I want to make as much content as I possibly can on it. After I get this series out, with like the speedrunning stuff, I'm gonna try to go back through and complete Leon Must Die Forever. At least complete all of the stages. I don't know if I'll do like, I don't know if there's like any secret areas you can go to and do a different route. I probably won't do any of that, but when I get back into the swing of playing this game a little bit more, I will do that. Also, by the way, careful, you're gonna see something. Yep, that. So, the board that comes down has an overhang to it. And if you shoot it from that position where I just shot it, when it comes down, it will push you into the hole. So be careful. Um, just be mindful of that because it happens. I didn't know that until it happened. So be careful. Don't stand too close when you shoot that down, or it's literally going to fuck you. But yeah. Back to what I was saying though. I want to completely Almost Die Forever before the DLCs come out, because DLCs are confirmed. I don't know if I'll play them on release. It kind of just depends where money's at. Everything is very expensive in the economy right now. The US is in shambles. Everything fucking sucks. The world is kind of in shambles, honestly. Not just over here, like everything kind of sucks everywhere. So, yeah, that's so fun. But, it just kind of depends where I'm at financially when the DLCs drop. Depends how much they are. I'm prioritizing GTA 6 because if you guys don't know, pre-orders got announced yesterday, I believe, for the 24th or 25th of June. And I will be prioritizing GTA 6 over like everything else. So don't expect like any Halloween the Game coverage or Wolverine like anywhere near launch date unless I have some extra money. Because yeah. But make sure you get the guy above, shoot him first, and then take care of the guys on your level. Because the guy above can be a real pain in the ass, specifically when the grenade guy comes out. He can just kind of stun lock you and make it so this grenade guy can close distance with you and really fuck you up with that grenade. Also, I almost died right there again. So that's fun. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know, prioritizing GTA 6 over other games that are coming out soon. That is the goal. Like, I plan on focusing on GTA 6 on release. Just letting you all know, so we're going to be sticking to the backlog for the months leading up to November. And doing stuff like this. Maybe I'll do more voiceover content. Probably better structured than this. This entire series so far, I've had no script. This is completely off script. I'm like raw dogging this. So, maybe I'll write a script next time for a video, and we'll try it out and see what's up, you know? We'll see if it works out well. Because I think having a scripted video would be kind of fun. Having like a planned video where I put like a lot more effort into it could be really fun.
The United States has ever done.
Alright, so I max out my ammo's or my pistol's capacity. You don't need to do that for this section. In fact, for this like elevator section, I would actually recommend upgrading your shotgun. Your shotgun is really the only weapon you're going to use in this elevator section. Obviously not leading up to it. You'll see in the beginning that I take out a lot of the enemies from a distance. I do that because you don't have to deal or manage as many. Once you actually get there, you narrow it down by like 5 or 6 enemies by sniping a couple from this far away. I try to do it here. Actually, never mind, I don't try to do it here. I'm dumb. But, yeah, once you get to this other top post area, try to take out as many people as you possibly can with your rifle from this distance. You don't have to do this binocular section, by the way. You can completely skip this and jump down.
that bad, huh?
So you'll see that I actually didn't snipe these guys from far away because at this point I actually didn't have any rifle ammo, I believe.
The people that eat those willingly.
But I would
are
recommend
usually
taking out all of these guys that you see like on the edges
Why?
from that little vantage point where the binoculars are with your sniper rifle. It makes this slightly more manageable and less overwhelming with enemies.
Yummy, you can see the life draining out of their eyes.
They're
It's
dying
hilarious.
inside.
Yeah, there's like, it's very, it's got an interesting flavor, and you can just see their life slowly draining. It's amazing.
So I'm kind of using the finishers as a way to get invincibility and stun lock a couple of the other enemies. The only reason I don't run immediately up the stairs is because there's a crate back here with some extra supplies, and I am a loot goblin. I love loot so much I didn't even need it, and I still risked everything to go back here. I even get hit for half of my health. I end up having a heal though, and I use this finisher to stun the guy in front of me. I don't even worry about him, never mind, I do worry about him. Like I said, I think I said this earlier in the video, I do prioritize trying to kill all of the enemies because on casual you have so much fucking time to loot and kill all the enemies to get as many credits as possible.
Yeah, basically.
So, basically, my way, it's not, obviously I'm taking damage, but by the end of this, I nearly have every single weapon I have on Leon maxed out completely, and I have a shit ton of loot. Like, so much loot, it's not even funny. Like, the last boss battle is a joke because of how stocked I am. So, and I still had, like, I can't remember how much time, but it was around, like, 20 to 30 minutes in time that I still had to spare by the end of this, even while killing everything and looting everything. At least everything possible. Or everything that I wanted, I guess is a better word. It is very late at the time of me voiceovering this, so I apologize if I'm fumbling my words a little bit, or if I am not making too much sense. I'll try to explain things as clearly as possible without sounding completely stupid.
Yeah, no, I pray to God never have to.
So I finish off these guys. If you do knock down that crate, there are enemies inside of it, and the enemies that you saw spawn like behind me, those are the guys that bursted out of there. Alright, now I officially head down, and I do this side. I turn this little thing, and that is one side complete. I check my time real quick. We're at 1 hour and 17. I'm a little more hasty in this section because if you allow the enemies to pile up and you focus on taking all of them out right in the beginning, it is very possible that the blister heads can pile up on you and overwhelm you. Now I do go back, grab this crate that I missed, and take out this base enemy.
Fuck, I actually suck.
And as you can see, like, they're already kind of closing in. It's very, like, they pile up on you kind of quick over here.
Not the greatest most of the time, but it's not this bad.
That guy is completely idle, by the way. He won't start coming for you until you turn around to, like, aim at him. If you aim at him, he will come after you, and it's very rarely that he'll come after you if you don't, like, even acknowledge him. At least on casual. From as far as I've seen, he will just stay there. He is very easy to run past and get by. Make sure you wait for a couple of the zombies to pile up top near that explosive canister, and then blow it up so you take as many out as possible. Now, there's a guy that gets up right there in the corner. I pop his head, get a crit on him. We wait for Miss Chainsaw Man to come down,
There we go.
get him with 2 body shots, plus the damage from the explosive barrel, and he is dead. I knee shot this guy and then pop him in the head. And you can try to finish her off before she changes into a blister head, but I just finish her off with the melee.
Oh,
That guy throws an explosive canister, so be careful.
motherfucker.
And then we have another chainsaw guy that comes in. Or, never mind, sorry, a melee guy, my bad. We kick him real quick, and that is it, basically.
Can't-
Besides the guy that fell down.
I'm not gonna wait
But
for it
I'm gonna move on, I'm not gonna wait for
that
him.
bad.
Make sure you fully loot before you proceed. There are 3 containers here and ammo on the body. As you can see, I am so, like, stacked with stuff that I have no room for this ammo. Though I do craft some stuff and make some space. Alright, now we have gotten the elevator thing lowered. And we take it down. Now, this section you only really need your shotgun. Other than that, you can use your Requiem if you get in like a really tight spot and you need to like collateral kill a couple enemies if they're piling up on you. By the way, it is completely possible to get through this section without really shooting anyone. If you stand in the corner to your right of where I am, and you turn on first person mode for Leon, and you look straight up, like you aim straight up, the enemies will not acknowledge you. They will not aggro to you. And I believe you only have to shoot a couple times, just to trigger the game to continue to lower the platform. And then you will just get to the bottom with basically no problem. If you want to look more into that, you can watch speedrunners, which this is a speedrunner trick. You can watch great speedrunners like Spice. He does that trick on this little elevator thing, and it is really useful. Because you don't have to worry about enemies aggroing onto you, and you don't have to worry about being completely overwhelmed either. But I'm not a speedrunner, and this is not a speedrunner guide, so do what you want here, especially on casual. This is easy peasy. You don't even gotta use this strat on casual. That's more like an insanity strat. Because enemies are way tankier on insanity. Alright, but we are officially done with the elevator. This is really the only section you'll ever see me completely just ignore enemies and run by. You don't have to bother with any enemy in here. They're too slow, and they don't get to any explosive canisters to throw at you quick enough to even, like, acknowledge on casual. Okay, we're at 2 hours. Under 2 hours and 30 when we finish this section. Ooh, excuse me. So we're on great time right now. Like, perfect time. We're officially at the motorcycle section, which is by far the easiest section in the entire game. Like, it is basically impossible to die here unless you are actively trying. Though on Insanity, the wolves do a shit ton of damage to you. It's kind of like the minecart section in RE4 Remake. So just make sure you kill them before they even get near you. Make sure you're fully reloaded and all that stuff. And yeah. Leon aura farming as usual. Are you guys excited for Code Veronica remake? It got announced at Summer Games Fest. It looks so good. I'm so excited to have Claire back. I'm so excited. She looks so good. She looks so fucking good. I'm so happy. Like, gaming is going to be, like, pretty peak in the next, like, coming year. 2027 looks fire already. 2026 has a really good lineup with GTA 6 and Marvel's Wolverine coming out. And Halloween. I think Halloween looks pretty good too. Though, we have to see if it's going to be, unfortunately, like Texas, where it dies off really quickly because the developers just can't handle what they made. Which I hope not. I'm going to have a slight bit of hope, but I don't have my expectations too high with games like that, because the last, like, 2 or so have really let me down. But this section is very straightforward. Just shoot the wolves, and when you notice Victor has that little red arrow above his head, you do want to shoot him until he stuns, but do not prioritize him over the wolves. But do make sure you try to also hit him, because if he hits you with that rocket, I believe it's an insta-kill. I've never died to it, so I don't know. But this section basically plays itself for you. Your only worry is the shooting. Making sure you get the wolves off your back and they can't hit you.
Wait, are you good? I don't know. Is out of my screen fully? I was checking something.
But we're coming up on RPD, which means we're also coming up on the Mr. X boss fight. And the orphanage, unfortunately. The orphanage is such a big time waste. It felt very unnecessary, even on like a casual playthrough. That is like my only gripe about this game, is the orphanage section should have just been a cutscene. You should not have been forced to play through it. Like, it's so time wasting that speedrunners made a whole like mod thing where you just skip it entirely. I think it's a mod. If somebody knows if it is or not, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's like some type of glitch they do, or if it's a mod. Though I do think it is a mod, where they just press a button and it skips the whole section for you. Also, one of the coolest shots right there, that like in the entirety of Resident Evil. That is such a badass shot, dude. Reminds me of Dante from Devil May Cry 3, when he was, I believe that's the game, he was riding the motorcycle up the tower. Also a great, fantastic Capcom game. Where's DMC6, Capcom? Huh? Where is it? I'm gonna need it right now. After Code Veronica, you better say something about DMC.
Capcom has literally said that, like,
Alright, anyways, I'll stop yapping. At least about that. Let's get back on track a little bit. Alright, we're officially at RPD. Home sweet home.
There were some fucking incels on Twitter
If you
being like,
consider home like a hellish landscape that's been nuked. But you know,
like, let's not over-sexualize the men either.
pop in here. This section is like one of the least threatening in the game. You have literally one zombie and you can walk right past him. So this is literally just grabbing the crank from upstairs and opening the shutter off to your right, where Zeno and Grace are.
Of course. Then we can't over-sexualize the men. At all.
Yep. God forbid women have a little something, you know?
Yep.
I'm a little bit turned around right there,
Y'all
because
shouldn't
at this
even be
point I
like
think
that.
this was only like my second or third playthrough.
You all
Oh,
can't
I
have
missed the
anything.
Oopsie.
Though I do end up killing this zombie, you could just run right past him. There's no reason for you to kill him. I do it for the points, baby. I'm point hungry, okay? Give me all them credits. Make sure you pick up the ammo before you go up the ladder as well. for the
I'm like, I
handgun.
just picked up handgun ammo and it wasn't.
But we
I was
climb
like,
up here
okay.
and we grab the crank, and then we jump back down, and that's RPD. Basically, we have like a little Mr. X chase, and we're like done with RPD. Which is kind of sad. I wish RPD was a little bit of a bigger section. I'm not saying it needs to be like an hour long. But yeah. Also, you do not have to go this way to get back. You can go through the door in the library and go through like the little like balcony area and jump down, and you'll be like basically right there. So this is a little bit of a time waste. I believe the only reason I came down here was to explain to Deadpool that you could see Tofu in that little section right there, and there's a few other spots you can see him in RPD. But yeah, I wish RPD was a little bit longer, because I mean, I get why it's not, because most of this place is like collapsed and caved in, so there's not really many areas you could go. Plus, I'm sure they didn't want to make it feel like we were just redoing RPD again. Alright, we're officially in the most time-wasting section of the game. The orphanage. The most useless section of the game. Literally could have been like a 5-minute cutscene. Because literally there's nothing you can do. There's no threat to this section. If there was like a possibility for you to actually get found, I feel like it would be a little bit better, but once you hide in these little hiding spaces, they never check here. It is just a scripted cutscene, and they just go about their scripted moves, and there's like it's literally just a cutscene, a playable cutscene. It's a playable cutscene. Which is so unfortunate, because I think it's cool that we brought back the orphanage to kind of see it and see what was happening and explain some things, but this section is really, really pointless.
What?
Nothing. This fucking show.
Unfortunately, it is very pointless.
It's got night vision on the end of it, and it's just it sticks.
Because you basically just have to sit here for 7 minutes watching them go through their scripted moves. It is, it sucks really bad.
Capcom's new IP,
if there was a skip for you guys, I would let you know, but unfortunately this entire section, from what I've seen, is a string of connected events and like triggers. There's like no way to really skip past this section with like a glitch or anything, or without a mod, without breaking your game. Like, if you manage to skip past a little area, you will break your game and you can no longer continue. You will literally soft lock your game. So, unfortunately, you do have to play through this.
They should probably put something before release, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so gross. Like, why are...
I feel like they did it only because they wanted to bring you back to the orphanage and have you play in the orphanage, but they didn't know how to make a fun, playable section in the orphanage.
The fact that it's not, like, is like, bro.
Because, I mean, you can't really have, like...
Dead, they can't reoffend.
You can't really have a game centered around, like, going back to Raccoon City if you're not going to explore pretty much all of the iconic locations, like RPD, the, Kendo's gun shop, the orphanage, that type of stuff. You just kind of can't have that. So I feel like they wanted to make every section when you go through those areas playable, and unfortunately this is the least fun section.
Two. Kill somebody, just scalp a pedophile. Show us a scalp as proof.
Yep.
Because you just have to sit here. And there's no way to speed it up. There's nothing. Like, I think it would have been better if maybe they gave, you, like, kind of like a Last of Us type of thing, where they gave you, like, a bottle or something that you could throw, like with Grace. Like, give you a bottle that you can throw and distract these little android girls, even though they're not androids, but you know what I mean. Um, give you like a bottle, and then you can progress. Don't have it just be scripted cutscenes. It just kind of sucks. Also, you have to walk all the way down that hall, look at them, come back. You can stand near there's a table to your right when you come back out of this hallway. You can stand there for about 3 seconds, and they should be gone.
No.
But what I just did right there, they're gone too. So you could basically go out a little bit, out of the hallway, double back, and they're gone.
Jesus, I missed the whole goddamn eye!
I think that
Now,
that's
there
the eye
is a
of the
little
monster.
trick to get
Holy
to the
Christ.
hatch without hiding,
See, I told you guys.
quicker.
Most
But I do believe I
most
hide,
words I'm
and if
good
you
with.
do that
But the
trick where you
second
run to the hatch,
it starts
as
getting
soon
a
as you
bit
get the
too
key,
long, it's over.
there is a slight possibility that you will die.
Never gonna get it.
I have died before doing that trick, but basically you grab the key,
I truly believe
and you run straight to the hatch, and you
COVID
crouch,
made
you open
me
the hatch, and you
dumb.
crouch
Like,
directly in
actually.
front of the hatch,
That 1 year
and
homeschooled
the
blew it
girls
me.
that jump through the window,
Now
actually,
imagine
oh my god, I'm gonna
dying.
do it right now. I didn't know, oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do it in this run. Basically, you don't have to worry about her when she falls out of the window. She gets up kind of slow, and if you have good RNG where she doesn't immediately aggro onto you, you will have enough time for the hatch to be unlocked, fully open, and allow you to go down without dying. So if you want to avoid this section of just hiding and sitting here for the third time in the row, in a row, um, you can do that. Though it does have a possibility of you dying. I believe I did it on my insanity run. I think I died the first time, but I got it the second. So it's kind of like a hit or miss. But I think it all depends on how quickly you get to the hatch. If you pick up the key, go down immediately and get there like as quick as you possibly can, I'm pretty sure it's like a 98% success rate where you won't die and they won't aggro onto you as soon as they stand up fully,
Not quite the middle, but
and you'll be good.
It's close.
So yeah.
Close enough.
yeah, I'm close enough. Something like that. Well, technically, I think. Wait, no, 12.
By the way, as soon
no,
as they
technically,
begin
yeah,
to
12
walk
is
out of the
12,
room,
so
you can
yeah,
instantly
yeah,
sprint
this
to
is
this
nice.
hatch. As soon as their back is to you,
The fact
they're
that
not
he
gonna
told
aggro on you.
means I'm not any better.
The enemy AI for these little girls is very straightforward. They're very like laser focused. So you basically have to be right in front of their face for them to aggro on you. The only exception is in the hallway when they're standing in front of the door that you even that you need to go through to even get into that room that we were just in, is if you get too close to them, and you like touch their backs, they'll spin around and grab you. But basically, as long as you are not literally touching them, or you are not right in front of their face, they're not gonna aggro on you. Like, you're good. You can just run for it.
I'm actually retarded.
We're so fucking stupid. I want to say it's not funny, but it's hilarious.
It is funny.
Sorry, I'm yawning so much. And with Share Factory, I can't really cut this stuff out because when I have too many cuts in the video, it will not allow me to cut anymore. Or add anymore. So, you guys kind of just have to deal with it. I'm so sorry.
It's actually over.
And the burps. Excuse me, that was gross.
My brains when it comes to guns. That's
Yeah.
it.
Alright,
Like,
pull this
survival
switch.
instincts in combat and whatnot, I feel like I'd be okay on, but like anything smarts related, yeah, no, I'm
We
dead.
wait for the lights to
Yeah, the
cut on
second
in
you
the other
add- the
room
second
and
you
for
start
the
adding,
door
like,
to open.
fucking the
And
second
we can go in
I'll
here
put it
and
this
get
way.
the
The
fire
second you
poker,
start
I
going,
believe.
what 20 times? I'm done.
Yep.
This section is so boring, and it's so unfortunate.
You start adding the
Because it does
alphabetics and math.
solve a
It's
or
so
it does like
fucking-
add a purpose.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Hold on, what am I trying to say here? Let me gather my thoughts. Let me think. It does serve a purpose to the story,
Me too.
but it is one of the most boring sections to play through.
Which was which is why I'm
Like,
so fucking
playing as
stressed with my
Sherry
GED stuff. Like I
in
already failed the
RE2
practice
Remake,
test once. It's
I
like
wouldn't say it was
close to
fun,
$10 to
because
pay
it
for
wasn't
a
fun. It
practice
was
test
terrifying
each
because
test
Irons
to
is a
fail.
creep,
I
and
don't wanna
when you're in
don't
that
open the
situation,
test.
it's
Fucking
just,
go
ugh.
away.
right now,
And playing through that, ugh,
when
you
I
know?
do end up
But
getting my GED,
that made me
I
feel
don't
like
get me wrong, I
tension,
know
you know?
that
When
it's
you played as
also
Sherry,
impossible to cheat
because
on
it
it,
was
and even though
possible
it
to get
absolutely prevents
caught.
you from cheating on it, but at the same time, I'm gonna need to cheat on it.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not
it's
gonna cheat
not
Dude,
on it.
possible to
with
get caught in this
with
section,
where I go
but
to do
it's
it,
so
I go up to the
scripted
college near where
and
I
so
live to take the test,
straightforward
and they
that it is
have
almost
you like
impossible to get
they
caught
have
unless you make,
you
like,
one they
unless
have
you're
you show
not
your ID,
entirely sure
and then
where to
they have
go,
you like
or
put
you're
away
not
all of
entirely
your
sure what
stuff
to
in a
do.
locker
Um,
before you go into the testing room. They
and
check your
because it is
palms.
so scripted and so
Like they make
straightforward,
you like check your palms
it
and the back
gives
of your
this
hands.
section
And then you
absolutely
also
no
like can't wear
tension
any jewelry. They
at
check your
all.
pockets.
And it
No
is
joke.
horrible to
But
play
except for
through
the
on a
coffee.
replay.
No.
Because you already know what to
I
do,
don't
and
know.
there's
I
no
I don't know
possibility
how
of
the hell
you.
you're gonna get it
There's still no
out of
tension there.
because there's
Like when you play as Sherry in Claire's,
No, I mean,
Get the job
I
done.
mean, it depends.
in Claire's
My
story
testing
in
run, there's a
RE2
shit ton of people
Remake,
in there. There's no way you're getting that out discreetly.
there's tension there each time you play
No
it.
You
fucking
doubt
way.
me
Because it is
pleasing my
possible at
asshole.
any given moment
I'm not
for
doubting
you
the
to get
abilities
caught.
of your asshole. I'm doubting the abilities of your subtlety.
But
Cause look,
here,
look.
it's just not like
Here, I'm
that.
about to burst through this wall. Look at
Alright, we're officially done with the orphanage, and now we have officially encountered the Mr. X clone. Not really clone, he's just the same, like, version of Tyrant.
But in the
But,
cutscenes, just now,
he
it did
resembles
not
Mr.
look
X a lot, because
normal.
they're the,
Yeah, no, right now it looks
you
normal,
know,
but in the
they're the same strand
cutscenes,
of Tyrant or whatever.
like I remember thinking that when I did, I was like,
By the way,
did it
he's
always
just,
look like that?
he stands there for so long once he breaks through that wall the second time. You can just run past him. As soon as he breaks through that wall, you can just run past him. Don't even worry about stopping and looping him around. There's no point. You don't have to do that.
The arc, which I should definitely be able to do, because I just have to fight Mr. X, fight the plant,
And when he shoves the helicopter,
there.
tail through the wall here,
I was trying to figure out why I have
you won't see me do it here because I didn't know of this at the time. But if you stand right next to that pillar that we just passed right there on the wall, if you stand there and you wait, he will not hit you with that. He won't hit you with the wall or the helicopter tail, and you can run right past him once he breaks through the wall. And then you're out of that section like that, instantly. But unfortunately, I think this was like my second playthrough, and I didn't know that. So I waste my time looping him like it's DBD around rubble. But we're done! Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.